In this video I'm going to demonstrate the integrated shipping programs that come standard with hatcherymanager.com. This is integrated with the Indicia service that allows you to buy postage using the computer. So after you've started up the shipping program, you're going to see this reminder to select what we're shipping. And it's referring to this section here on the miscellaneous tab. So you're either going to select merchandise or birds, and if you're doing birds, the hatch date or the ship date that you're working on. Before we can get started shipping, we need to configure the scale. You need to have a USB type of scale that we've tested with the system. And in most cases, you're going to check this box here, read the scale over the network, and scale attached to this computer. And then in this box, you're going to read off the port number from the scale server program, which we'll cover in a different video. Then you can click test to do a test read of the scale and make sure everything's working right. This particular computer doesn't have a scale, so I'm going to use this option, but normally you're going to be down here. We need to click over to the printer tab and select on this left side the label printer that we're going to be using and print a test label. You can hear it printing in the background. You want to make sure that everything looks good on that test label. If things don't look good, you're going to try the reset printer button, which will reset the settings on the printer, and then try another test label. On the right hand side, just select your normal everyday page printer. After we've done that, we are ready to start shipping. So let's go over here to the shipping tab. Some things to look at on the shipping tab before we get started. On this top right, this number here tells you the current balance in your Indicia account. If that gets low and you need to refill it, and you'll also get an error message if you run out of postage, you can pop back over to the miscellaneous tab, put a value here in the amount to buy, and click the purchase button. That will purchase from Indicia that much postage using your credit card that's on file. I'll go back over here to shipping. On the left side, you see a reprint last label link, which you can do if the label gets damaged in printing or if it jams or something along those lines. As you're shipping, the cursor most of the time needs to be in, all of the time needs to be in this top left box here, this scan box, so that when you scan the barcode, the data will go into that field. So we're going to go ahead and scan a barcode, and what the scanner does is type in that label number and press enter. The scanner does that for you when you scan. So now you see the shipping address, the order number, and over here on the right side is a list of the contents of that order. In a normal situation, as soon as you scan the barcode, the program is going to read the scale and enter that value here. Because this computer doesn't have a scale, I'm typing it manually, but when you're using it, the scale will automatically read and the cursor is going to stay up here. You see then in this area here a list of the shipping boxes that you've defined. So what you're going to do is select the box that is being used for this order, and we're going to go down here to this area right here, and one time, at the beginning of the shipping day, you need to verify that these options are correct. You're going to want to, in most cases, have the shipment held at the post office. So you're going to need one of these two options. The hold for pickup service does not necessarily work very well, so I recommend the hold at post office option. And what this does is in the first line of the address, we'll put hold at post office and call, and move the first line down to the second line of the address. So that's the option I recommend. Whether or not you want signature required, whether or not you're going to allow Saturday or Sunday delivery. And also very important is the zip code of the post office where you will drop off the boxes, because that's where we calculate the postage from. So after you have scanned the barcode, the system has read the scale, you've selected your box, then you're going to go ahead and click print label. Now the first time only, it's only going to ask the first time, you're going to get a reminder to check these options, which we've done. Now the system goes out to Indicia, buys postage, and the label printer automatically prints that postage label, which you can peel off and stick on the box. So that's the shipment for the first. Let's go ahead and ship one more order. Just kind of go through this one quickly. We're going to scan. The system reads the scale automatically. Click the box you're interested in and click print label. You can see each time the current balance goes down by that amount. There is an option that can speed up this process a little bit. So if you go back here to miscellaneous and check this box, print label when box size is selected. If you have that checked, and you'll have to restart the program to make that effective, after you've scanned and select the box, it'll print immediately after you select the box. It will not wait for you to click the print label button. Now there's one other facility that makes that even faster. If you want to apply a barcode on your boxes, and if you run out of your current boxes before you get the next ones printed, you can have printed on each box a barcode that identifies the box label, the box itself. So then if you have those boxes barcoded, then you don't have to click, you don't have to touch the screen at all or touch the mouse. You can scan the scan the pack slip and then scan the box, and it will just print the label for you. So if you have an opportunity to do that, it will actually speed up your shipping process quite a bit. A couple other things we need to look for. This history tab will show you a list of the orders that you've shipped recently. It has a tracking number. You can right click here, you can reprint that label, or if you need to, you can cancel that shipment. You can also search by date, and you can also filter by name. After you have printed all the labels for the boxes that you're going to send, or if you send to several trucks or at a time, once you've filled up a truck, when you're done shipping, we need to create a scan form. A scan form is basically just a list of all the orders that were sent to the post office at one time. So we've gone over to the scan form. Here is a list of the shipments that we might want to include. We're going to go ahead and select all of them by clicking the All button. We can also select None or toggle the selection. In most cases, the All button will be what you want. And now we're going to create the scan form. So what that create does is it makes a call to Indicia, and it creates the scan form and brings it up in your PDF reading program. What you need to do is print this form and send it to the post office with the driver who's taking those boxes. And now you see down here there is a list of the scan forms that we created. So if your printer jams or you lose one, you can come down here and reprint that scan form. You can delete. That's only going to be used in very rare situations, so you want to be careful to not do that unless you really know what you're doing. One other item facility that is available is this import tab. If you have a file, like an Excel file of tracking numbers that you need to import into the system, you can use this tab here and import them. If you need to use that, call the Hatchery Manager support line, and we can email you the format that file needs to be in. So that is it for the integrated shipping program. Thanks for watching.